Welcome back to Ladies Night Podcast. Your host Hunter and
Carson, I'm trying to wake up. I'm fucking
yeah,
tired. I'm tired. We're just talking
just
about this. We're
you gotta
both
start
tired.
tweaking,
I'm tired. I love fucking,
man.
like if if you ever see me and I'm just like, it must be 3 o'clock in the morning. You know
See,
what I mean?
this
Like
is
I'm like a
why
movie.
your act of walking back, acting like a crackhead works,
Oh yeah.
because
Oh
you are
yeah.
half crackhead.
Oh yeah. When you're from where I'm from, you're around it all the time.
They
You're
got a
around
lot
it
of
all the
role models.
time. As Josh likes to say, sometimes you get a contact high and it just kind of sticks. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever heard him say that in my life. Anyways,
I'm like, maybe it's
um,
one of those conversations I wasn't part of.
no, I don't think I've ever heard him say that in my life.
I don't think
But
I've heard him remotely say anything near that.
no, he'll say, like the one town that in our county, where there's like a bunch of druggies
Yeah,
there,
the funny thing is, it has just as many druggies as
as everywhere else.
all the others. I find
But
it
he
weird that people will go after it specifically. I'm like, have you been everywhere else? Like the fuck?
But he says he won't go there because he'll get a contact high, and that's his bit.
Ridiculous.
That's his
Yeah,
little bit that he says every time. We all got our little bits. That's just what he says.
yeah.
But yeah, sometimes you get a
Or little
contact high and it just kind of
oddities.
sticks on you. It just sticks on you like sweaty cheese. You know what I mean?
Sweaty cheese, huh?
Yeah,
That
yeah. Speak of,
sticks.
sweaty cheese.
What the fuck are you transitioning to?
And speaking of, crackheads.
Sweaty cheese
Um,
and crackheads.
I got a question.
Is this gonna be like a
And this is
Go-Mart or something? Like,
I got a question. It's been on my mind.
okay.
It's been on my mind, and I'm like, I need to know the answer to this question. I feel like the people watching
The
this,
people.
whoever's watching this, it surprises me that people do. Um,
Some people like to watch tweakers.
they need to know. And I'm trying to wake myself up. So you're like, oh, he's tweaking. I am
Yeah.
because I'm just trying to.
What's the
Um,
question?
where's the weirdest place that you've taken a shit?
Behind a rusty building.
Hmm.
Like it was metal
I bet it
walls.
smelled good
I used ferns to wipe my ass.
from the ground.
Yeah, I found ferns. Yeah.
Oh, I'd be
Worked
so mad.
surprisingly well, honestly.
I I'd be so mad because like I've shit in the woods. I've shit in a
Yeah.
cave. Um, I've shit in a hole in the ground in the woods.
Yeah, I
Like
dug a hole by this building.
I
There
needed
was
to
no
shit.
reason for me to do that either. I just wanted to do it.
I was just like, because I don't know. I doubt any of my family's watching this, but my family would know about this. Um, where my dad lives, like we live up on this hill, and like behind my grandparents' house, there's this like just woods, and in the
Yeah.
woods there's this area that's just covered in brush and weeds and everything else. And they told us when we were little. I remember being 5, 6 years old, them being like, "Don't go running
Don't
around
take
up
a
here
shit
and,
there.
and playing around here because there's a big ass hole."
Shit in a big ass hole.
There's a big ass hole just randomly on that, like in that woods somewhere. So they're like, just stay clear of that area. And
How big of a hole?
it's fucking massive, and you cannot see the bottom of it. And they don't. I
Oh,
don't know if
so it's
they
like
know
a
where it goes
cave
to.
or something.
Yeah, I don't know if they know where it goes to. So they're like, just don't be fucking around, because nobody's finding you. And this was before, like I said, I
I
remember
kind of
being
want to
told
go in
five,
that
six
hole.
years old. Um, but yeah, one time me and my cousins, we were hanging out. We were playing in the woods like we always did. I don't know, it was probably 12, 13. I really needed the shit, and I was not making it back to my grandparents' house. So I found that hole, that big ass hole. I knew where it was.
You were
It was the
just
first time I was like that close to it, And I shouldn't be saying this on the internet, but I don't give a fuck. I shit on the ground and then I just kicked it in the hole. You know what I mean? Like I
Okay,
could have just left it.
I thought you were just precariously half hanging over the hole,
No, it scared
squatting.
me.
Yeah, I
It
would
scared
imagine
me
so.
because
Like
I
a
couldn't do
bottomless
that.
hole.
I couldn't balance myself like
So
that,
you
so I just
kicked it.
shit. Yeah, I shit on the ground
So there was
beside of
shit
it,
on your shoes.
and then I kicked it, and then you had to use like I used just like dead brush, like just
Dead
wild
brush is
shit
not good
leaves,
at wiping shit off.
just whatever the fuck was around. It might not have even been dead. It was just like whatever foliage was around
Hmm.
leaves and whatever. I just kind of would grab a pile and I just kind of. I definitely sandpaper shredded my fucking asshole. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You know, if the doctors were to have checked there during a physical at that point, I was playing football at that point. They would have checked down there. They would have been like, fucking Freddy Krueger get your ass? What the fuck?
It
What
was the
predator is
coaches.
eating this shit that bad? You know what I mean? Must have some sharp teeth to be doing the
You
grooves that was doing.
get too much teeth in your ass eating.
I tell you what, because we're talking about some fucked up shit,
The hole.
and I'm gonna continue. You ever be,
Yes.
this is gonna get nasty. You ever be wiping and then you get some blood? You get some blood on
Yeah.
that paper? Scares the fuck out of me every time. I'm like, oh, I wiped too hard, or I popped a hemorrhoid. I don't fucking know what I did, but
It'd
I'm
be a lot
fucking
more blood if it was a hemorrhoid.
yeah. It scares me every fucking time. But I'm like, that's probably how my ass was after fucking taking this pile
Okay.
of fucking shit and just fucking
With your
yeah.
description, I would imagine so.
I just took a pile of fucking like just like grass and weeds and leaves, and I
Right,
was just
so you
fucking,
just got a random handful of shit.
and I
Not
just,
not actual shit, but like leaves and grass and
yeah,
whatnot.
and I was just wiping
And you
my
just
ass with it.
okay.
And then
Why couldn't you just pick a singular like leaf
it wasn't
at a
enough.
time? Yeah.
I
But, you
wasn't
know,
gonna. The thing was,
you
is
were
that
impatient, so you just
yeah, I
like
didn't want to
a
sit there.
blob of shit.
My fucking bare ass is out. My cousins are fucking 30 feet away playing fucking tree fort, and
Tree
I'm
fort,
like,
the
I
classic
don't know.
game.
We used to build tree huts and forts and shit like that. We almost caught that woods on fire once because we
Uh-huh.
we stole, well, not really stole, but we took my grandma's hairspray, and
Oh.
my cousin Trevor, who was with it was just me and him.
Every time you
Our
mention
hut,
them, I think of the fucking snake shit. I mean, popping the heads off.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would have seen
He
it
would.
happen.
Oh, it was fucking yeah, yeah. I don't like snakes anyway, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Trevor's character. Anyways, but yeah, we're like
Hairspray.
where we had our tree fort, it was underneath two giant like spruce trees, like pine
Mm.
trees that were right beside each other. So we were in like this brush area, and it was during like the fall or whatever, and there was a lot
Oh,
of
so it was
dead
dry.
there was a lot of dead
Ready
brush,
to burn.
and we were starting a fire back there, and
God.
we thought nobody knew, but they knew because they see the fucking smoke. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And yeah, we got in trouble for that. It was kind of funny,
Start
but
with hairspray, huh? And, like
yeah,
intentionally?
that's what we did. Yeah,
Any specific spot, like you designated a pile to
yeah,
burn?
we had
Or
like a
you just
wood pile.
lighting brush on fire?
No, we had like a wood pile. We had like had some like medium-sized logs that we had knocked down, and then kind of stripped the bark off of them a little bit, and then broke them up, and then put like little twigs on
Hairspray it.
top of that, and then brush on top of that, and then we just took hairspray and the lighter and just you know
Sure.
got a nice little fire going for a little while. We were just hanging out in the woods. It was fun. But yeah, I was wiping my ass with a bunch of shit. And then I kicked that shit in the hole, and
So if you ever
threw
went down
my
that hole, there'd be just some really decayed shit at the bottom.
through well, it's been like 7 or 8 years, so I think it's probably already kind of,
The
if there is
question
a
is, what
bottom to
the
that
fuck
hole.
is the bottom? I would kind of want to go in that hole.
I really don't know.
Get a
And
lot
I
of
haven't
rope. You
You
know?
know, maybe I need to ask.
Yeah.
Because maybe they were just saying it's bottomless where we just wouldn't go near it.
Maybe get a
So,
glow stick, toss her down there,
yeah,
see what she does.
really need to find out. Maybe it's like a oil hole.
Why would it be so large though?
I don't know, but it's deep as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
because the oil
Anyways,
shit's not that large.
no. And there's no oil like Derek or any like fucking,
Yeah, the
you
pump
know,
jacks or whatever.
pump things. Yeah, nothing near that like that.
Hmm.
But I don't know. That's the only time I've gotten really close to it, other than like a few times we'd be fucking around. We'd go over and like look at it, and we'd throw, like, we'd find random junk in the woods, like glass bottles and shit like that. And we
I
just
I
throw it.
found a fucking metal swing in the woods. It was
That's
like
creepy.
buried and rusted. Yeah, kind of. It looked like the kind of swing that you'd see on like a Ferris wheel, like the seats.
Oh,
Like it was strange, and it
yeah. I
was
would,
thick metal.
I would think I was in like a wrong turn
Yeah,
movie
it
or
was like
whatever the fuck
half
it's
buried
called.
in the ground, completely rusted,
Yeah, fuck
and then
that.
there
I
was
think
a
I was in some horror movie.
dishwasher beside it, and a bunch of Coca-Cola glass bottles.
I guess the wife and the kids really wanted to go outside. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Sure. I took those
Well, the wife,
Coca-Cola
yeah.
bottles though, and I shot them with the BB gun. And then my
Ah,
dad got pissed at me because there's glass in the yard, and he made me clean it up.
I understand that. Yeah, I just got back from New York last week,
Yeah.
and I went on a trip to New York for 5 days. It was fun. I was right on Times Square. I got to see a bunch of crazy things. I got to do a bunch of crazy things. I got to see 9/11 Memorial. That was great.
Oh yeah.
Really fucking big.
Yeah, it's huge. It's
It's
the size of a
massive.
fucking building, like two
It's
buildings.
massive. And what I had to, and there's so many buildings that are around it that are built, and I had to put it in this, like the people that went with me, like in the perspective in their heads. I was like, most of these buildings that are here weren't here.
Yeah,
Like, and these are massive ass buildings
it's
that
crazy
are
shit.
around it.
New
And I'm
York
like, yeah.
built a lot.
Got to see a Statue of Liberty. I was like fucking 5 million yards away from it. I didn't get to like go on a ferry or
Oh,
anything like
okay.
that. I didn't
That's
have time to do
unfortunate.
that, but I got to see it from, new like on the land. Um, what else? I got to see a Broadway show musical called The Book of Mormon. Um, Written, the director or the writers of it are the people that made South Park.
Oh yeah, I forgot
So
you mentioned that.
it's
Yeah.
pretty fun. It was pretty fucking funny. And I got some of them to sign some shit for me. Some of the people that were in that musical. And yeah, what was I gonna say about that?
How'd
Oh
you
yeah,
get
the
them to
first
sign it? Are they just walking
they
by and you're holding out a paper or something?
there's like, so most of those buildings where they do like the musicals and stuff, I think it's called like the actor's door or the stage door or something like that, where they have to come out of it to
Yeah.
leave. So people just kind of
Oh,
line
you
up
you
there.
camp.
But like there wasn't a lot of people there, so we
Yeah.
were like, we're gonna line up, and I got like 5 or 6 signatures, and we really wanted the one of the main dude's signatures, um, but he didn't end up coming out.
Uh,
So, but I think we got like the main woman actor signature in it, and then one of the main dudes, but not like the other one. Anyways,
anywho.
um. But the first night I was there, I got so much food while I was there.
Oh yeah, you travel anywhere, you gotta try the food.
I spent probably $500 on this trip,
Oh my
on
god.
food, on
What type of
to
food you
go do
get?
things. That's a thing. I should have like went out and got more shit. I'll explain. So the first night I
Yeah.
was there, um,
I would have went for like street food.
I went with some of my friends, and they were like, I was like, "Hey, you guys going out to get dinner?" And they were like, "Yeah, we're going to this taco place. You want to go?" I was like, "Fuck yeah." And
New
we go to
York
this place,
tacos.
and it's this little fucking shop just in the middle of fucking, New York. and it was packed.
Ah.
It was packed. Like we were in line, blah blah
Yeah, that seems
blah.
very New York. Just
I get
crowded.
up there. I order 2 chicken quesadilla
Mm-hmm.
taco things, and then I order that. They had um fucking all their soda were glass bottles.
Oh, that's so nice.
And but I don't drink soda, so I was like,
Yeah,
fuck.
unfortunate.
Or else I would have just kept the bottles. I wouldn't have thrown them away because I like keeping glass
A
bottles.
lot of people do
Anyways,
that.
um, I get these tacos and I ordered 2 of them and I give the dude I walk past the guy. You're supposed to give him your ticket, and I
Yeah.
walk past and then he's yelling at me. But they're all Mexican or whatever. So he's like yelling at me. I don't know what he's saying. And he's like, "Give me your ticket." And then so I give
Uh,
him my ticket, and friends that I was with, they were laughing at me. And he was like, "Okay, you getting 2 chicken quesadillas?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What? You want everything on it? What all do you want on it?" I was like, "What all comes on it?" And he was like, and he points at this list, and it just said shit on it. And I didn't want to waste his time, so I said, "Yeah, sure, just put it all on there."
yeah,
I
that's what
didn't
I
even,
do.
but I didn't even read it. I was just like, "Yeah, sure." So I didn't know what the fuck I just told him to put on my fucking food,
Yeah.
right? I get my food. It
I imagine the
oh, it was
sucker's
it
quite
was so
loaded.
fucking good. So it was a tortilla that they had cooked on the
Oh.
grill or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck, but they had cooked queso cheese on it.
Ah.
So it was like nice and hot on there. And then
Yeah.
they put the chicken on there. Then they put diced up onions, uh guacamole, salsa, and
Ooh.
cilantro. And most of those things I've never had before. Before
Really?
I've never had guacamole. I've
I've
had
had it
salsa, but
once.
I don't tend to like salsa and chips or whatever fuck. I don't like
I think
that.
it's quite good. It's refreshing, you know.
I don't like tomatoes, so it's like it makes sense.
No.
But I had never
But you
had
love
that, and then
ketchup.
yeah, I know, right? And then I had never had cilantro.
I've had quite a few times.
At least I don't think I have. But then he's like, "Here you go." And these tacos are probably only that big, like the tortilla,
Yeah.
but it was full as fuck. I couldn't make it into a taco. I just kind of had to fucking hold it and just fucking shove it
You
in my
got
mouth.
everything on it.
It was the best fucking taco I've
I
eaten
would
in my
imagine.
life. It was so good. But I got my food last out of the group of 5 of us that were there, and other people had ordered just one, and
How
one
much did
person
these
got two.
cost?
It was only $12 for those
Okay.
two and a water. It was
That's
like
good.
12.46 or something. Was not bad at all. And by the time I was done with half of my first one, everybody that I was with were already done eating.
Damn.
So then they waited on me to get my first one done. They were like, "We'll wait for you to eat your other one." I was like, "No, I'm a slow fucking eater. I will just walk.
It's better for you to eat slow
Let's
anyways,
walk
so.
around and I'll just walk around with it." And they're like, "Okay, if you want to." So I'm walking around, and this is, they were like, "This is hilarious." I'm walking around Times Square
Trying to eat
with a
this
fucking
stuffed
taco
ass
in my
shit,
hand,
yeah.
just fucking eating it. You know what I mean? And it's the funniest thing in the world. And I'm looking at the Empire State Building at night for the first fucking time. I've
Oh,
been in New York for maybe an hour, and I'm eating a taco. Just and then we go to this Korean place, and I got this fucking this. It was almost like a dessert food, but it was like, I'm sure you've seen it. It was grapes and strawberries on a stick, and it was covered in like this
oh
sugar.
yeah, yeah. I forget the
It was
name.
good, but that sugar is hard as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
It was so hard to eat. I was so fucking mad, but I was already so full from the fucking tacos. I was
Uh,
like, "Oh, I'm not
they're
gonna get
quite
anything."
easy to make.
Oh yeah, they had them already like pre-made and
Yeah.
everything, but it was like, but I wasn't gonna get anything from there. But then they were like, "Come on, you gotta get at least something." So I was like, "Okay, I'll get one of those." But yeah, I mean, I went to a bunch of places. And then the second day I was there, My person I was roommating with and another friend, we went to this pizza place. It's called like Little Italy's Pizza or whatever. It's a
Uh,
little chain that they have like
yeah,
throughout Times Square and stuff like that. Really
I've
fucking
heard of
good
it.
calzones and really good fucking pizza.
I've never had a well-made calzone.
Oh, it was delicious. That was the first thing I got. I was like, I'm getting a calzone. I'm not getting pizza. Like when we went there,
Yeah,
I got a calzone.
yeah, I would
But
imagine
then
that'd be good.
I went there again later that day and I got two slices of pizza. And then the next day, I went there twice and got pizza.
Damn,
And then the next day, I went there once and got pizza and a calzone.
quite
So
consistent.
like that place, I kept going to because I was like, this pizza's fucking good.
Yeah,
And then we went to a place. I got this really bomb ass fucking breakfast sandwich. It was really good. Um, I mean, yeah, I got a hot dog from a little hot dog stand outside the Met. That's one place I went to, the Met.
yeah. I
Um,
feel like just most places to travel, you gotta try like the street food.
yeah, I wasn't even like, we went to McDonald's once, but it was because
It'd be so wrong to go to
it was
McDonald's.
like 10 o'clock at night. My roommate
Is the
wanted
McDonald's different at all? You know,
no,
same
it
shit.
was it was two stories though,
Oh,
and the second story was like where you could sit down and eat,
yeah.
but they had every place there had security guards. So
Yep.
that McDonald's had a security guard on the first floor and on the stairs and on the second floor.
New York's got a
And
crime problem.
but to go up to that second floor, you had to have a receipt.
Uh,
And all me and my two roommates, we went because my roommate wanted a soda. It's 10 o'clock at night.
oh,
She wanted soda. So we went to McDonald's to get soda, right? I didn't get anything. My other
sure.
roommate didn't get anything. But we were like, we should go up to the second floor. But the dude was like, no, because only one of us had a receipt. He was like, I get that your guys are with each other,
Oh,
but
that's
only
dumb.
one of you have a receipt. I was like, come on, you just let a bitch slide that didn't even have a receipt because she looked fine. I heard him say it. She legit came up to him. I'm not even kidding. I watched it happen as
Oh
I was
my
waiting
God.
on my roommate to get fucking food. I'm not lying. I'm not bullshitting. I'm watching him and this lady have this conversation. She's trying to go up there and he's like, you have to have your receipt. And she had to have been foreign or something because he was like, receipt. And she was like, and then he pulls this receipt out of his pocket and he goes, you see this
Got an
with the numbers?
example?
Receipt. Yeah. And she was like, she wasn't even saying anything. She rolls her eyes, walks away. He follows her, taps her on the shoulder, goes, just go ahead and go up. You're fine looking. And then she was like, and then she just went up. I was like,
That's crazy.
you're gonna do that, but we can't go up when one of us has a receipt and you know we're with each other. That doesn't, what the fuck?
That's ridiculous.
Doesn't make sense. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I did a bunch of shit. I got to see a lot of crazy people. A lot of people in, Mickey Mouse costumes and
Yeah.
Sonic and you know, it was
Take
I
a
got to see a
photo.
Buddhist
Give me
guy.
money.
Yeah, I had some homeless people walk up to me. I had some crazy people. I already told Hunter this, but I think it'd be
Yeah.
funny to tell him this. Me and my two roommates, we went and got breakfast one morning. And we're walking back. I see this guy laying on the ground. He's just laying on the ground. I'm not paying any mind to him. He's just laying on the ground. As we're walking past, he goes, "You want to rub my feet?" And I'm like I said, I'm not even looking at him. So I'm just looking forward. I'm just walking. And he says that and I laugh because that's fucking
Random as
funny.
hell, right?
And then I look down and one of his feet had no toes. That bitch
Easy
was
to
as
rub.
smooth as a
Easy to
motherfucker.
rub.
Oh my God, it looked like
A potato.
it was, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It looked like something else, and it was probably the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
A barefoot homeless dude.
Oh, and both of his feet were out, and the other foot did not look very happy, even though it had toes.
Okay.
It didn't look very happy.
It wasn't gonna happen for long, sort of thing.
And I started laughing even more because I was like, "That's fucking hilarious."
Yeah.
But then I felt bad, and
Nah, he probably meant it as a joke.
I feel bad because I think he thinks I'm laughing at him, but then I'm like, but I don't care.
Yeah, eh.
I had crazier shit happen too,
Homeless people
like
will never
that.
not be funny. All right.
I'm telling you, if you ever
Like if
go to
they're
New York,
tweaking, hilarious.
if you ever go to New York, and if you're on Times Square, whatever, and somebody's trying to hand you something, you just keep your hands in your pockets. You say no, or you just ignore them.
I just
I'm
ignore them.
telling you, I was pissing motherfuckers off there. They were getting mad because I was saying, nah, I'm good. And they were getting fucking mad because I was replying to them. So then I stopped saying shit, and then they were fucking leaving me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
One time, I fucking just threw up some of these,
Gang signs.
and I had my earbud in my ear. I pointed at it, and I did that. I was deaf. I just
Why
thought it
would
was
the
funny.
earbud make any sense then?
Because it's my I don't know. They're dumb. It's a tweaker. Who
Fair
knows?
enough. Fair enough.
Um, who fucking knows? Yeah, I had a lady the last day I was there on Saturday. Um, you know, I've been meaning to I meant to tell you this the other day or ask you this. I'm just gonna do it on here because I don't care.
Sure.
So on the last day I was there, I went to
How
Trump
many
Tower.
days were you there?
5, technically 3.
Okay.
Like 3 like full days of like going and doing shit.
All
Because the
right.
first day we didn't get there till like 8 o'clock at night, and then the last day we left at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. So like yeah,
All right.
technically 3. Okay, so last day I was there Saturday. Um, I went to Trump Tower because I thought it'd be
Yeah.
funny. I thought it'd be funny, and I think I've talked about that on here. That I'm going on a New York
Yeah, yeah.
trip.
Like
I'm
you were
gonna go to
planning
Trump
to.
Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. I took pictures, and I'm like, I don't know if I should like, because I'm wanting to post them on my Instagram, like photos of me in New York. I'm
Uh,
like, should I put the Trump one at the end and be like, if you get mad at the last photo, you're dumb, or like something like that. You know what I mean? Like, because I
it's
feel like some
funny.
people,
Trump
I feel like
Tower.
yeah, I'm thinking about just saying like, if you get
I'd
mad at
just
the last
post that.
photo, it's a
Yeah.
joke. It's a
Yeah.
joke. Like that's all I took it for, is as a joke. There was a guy dressed up as Trump there. It was funny. He was doing
Yeah.
like a dance with a group of girls. It was funny. Um. Anyways, the story behind that is that I was meeting. Um. I was.
Trump
I was at
himself.
no. I was at the Met, which is a museum,
Yeah.
and it's like way kind of, I don't know how to describe it in New York terms, but like,
You see any gas stations there?
oh, the 7-Elevens there were crazy looking. They were like, the smoke
Fancy?
shops here, like the fucking marijuana shops here, how they
Yeah.
have the LED lights and all that. That's
Way
what the
too
Seven
bright.
Elevens
I
look.
fucking hate those things.
That's what the 7-Elevens looked like. They looked
The
crazy for no
ugliest
fucking
thing I've
reason.
ever seen is those like vape shops.
Um. Anyways, I'm at the Met. I had to walk 30 minutes to get from the Met to Trump Tower.
Okay.
And
A good
I was on a
stroll.
yeah, I was on a time crunch and I was by myself. We technically we weren't supposed to be by ourselves, but I'm a grown man. Nobody
Yeah.
was,
And you look poor, so it's fine.
and it's the middle thanks. And it's the middle of the fucking day. So, and
Yeah.
I'm right beside Central Park. If anything crazy happens to me, I'll be surprised. So, like
I
statistically
would
it's
just be
low.
mindful of pockets.
Oh yeah, I have my hands in my
Yeah,
pockets the whole
so
fucking time,
but
you know what I
otherwise
mean?
fine. Yeah.
Um, but I walked 30 minutes from the Met to Trump Tower, and then I had to get on the subway um train because I had to go all the way down to Soho to meet up with my roommates because we were going to a random hotel down in Soho
Okay.
because the actor that plays Daryl in The Walking Dead,
Oh.
he was having a photography exhibition in that hotel's in a room in that
That's
hotel.
random as fuck.
The photos were amazing. They were good.
Okay,
And it was
I'm
like it
surprised.
was a great little exhibition. And
You see anything interesting on the subway?
um not really surprisingly.
What's your rating of the public transportation?
I don't know. It's oddly really quick.
The real
Like
streamlined.
like the trip from where I was at Trump Tower all the way down to Soho, it was only like a 15 minute subway ride, but
Okay,
I felt
yeah,
like
that's not bad at all, huh?
but it didn't feel like I was on there. And like that's the thing, is it might be that long of a subway ride, but I'm standing there like this the whole fucking
Yeah.
time.
And if you're
Where
listening to like music or anything, like
it doesn't feel
that's
like
no
it's
time
that
at
amount of
all.
time. No, it really doesn't. And some of those subway trains get packed, and like you're ass to ass with people. That's the
Ass to
only like
ass.
uncomfortable thing. And like I stood up on most of them most of the time, and I would lose my balance, and I almost fell so many times. Because whenever it'd start, you're like standing there, and then whenever it'd start to move, it
It
really fucking kick you
juts,
back if you're
yeah.
not used to it, and it fucking yeah. Um, yeah, I didn't really see anything too crazy. I seen a guy, he had a SNL staff like card thing,
Uh-huh.
like lanyard card thing hanging from his neck. I guess he worked for SNL, which was
That's
pretty
nifty.
cool. Um, yeah, I didn't really see anything crazy. A guy that was in my like on the trip with the whatever, just a guy that was on the trip with me. Um, him and this older like Asian man started talk. The older Asian dude just started talking about Trump, and
Oh,
it got kind of political. And it was kind of
like
funny, and
in a negative way?
they were both like just kind
You
of
know what?
shitting.
It's New York, of course.
They were both kind of shitting on Trump a little bit, and like the guy that was in my group, he's like, "Yeah, Trump's a dumbass," and he's like, "Yeah, but this old dude, he was like Chinese or whatever, just Asian."
Okay, you
Anyways,
probably shouldn't list ethnicity.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're going to Chinatown that day. This is what was
Okay.
funny about it. We're going to Chinatown that day, and he's getting ready to get off. Like his stop's coming up, and he has us like all laughing. It was a group of like 13 people that were going to Chinatown,
Uh-huh.
and we're just laughing at this conversation of him and the other guy just hating on Trump because it was kind of funny the shit they
Yeah.
were
Oh,
saying.
making fun of Trump's hilarious.
But
Unless you're doing like lazy ass jokes, but
yeah, yeah. But
otherwise, gold mine.
they're the dude's making jokes. It was kind of funny, and then he's getting ready to get off. He goes, so because he knew that we were like down there on a trip because
Yeah.
the guy in my group had said it, and he was like, "Oh, well, where are you guys heading to?" And we were like, "Oh, we're going to Chinatown." He goes, "Oh, I've never been," and I was like, "I
Huh.
doubt that." He goes, "No, I'm lying." I
Yeah.
was like, "I fucking knew it." But the thing was is that I said that both those out loud. I was like, "I doubt that," and then people laughed, and then he looked at me and goes, "No, I'm lying." I was like, "I knew it," because there's no way, because
I
he
feel
had
like most
said,
people go to Chinatown at least once,
and I wasn't
especially if you're
going
an
off
old
of it.
dude.
Exactly, that was the thing. I wasn't going off of his ethnicity at all. He said in that conversation that he's from New York and he's always lived there.
Yeah.
And he's old. There's no way you've not been.
Yeah, it's like you never got
There's
bored one day and you're like,
yeah. So
something
yeah,
different.
Chinatown's fun. Little Italy was fun. I thought I seen a famous comedian, but I still don't know. Um, and then yeah, I got to go to a comedy club. That was nice. Uh,
We have
yeah.
basically filled the entire time with this.
I told you guys it'd be a long story. Um, yeah, who knows? Check out the next episode. We might talk about it more.
Maybe. All right, but we got to get the little man's in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Little man's big
Little
man's.
man's big man's. What is little man's
Woo!
big man's?
You know I say it every time.
Every time.
And I've been talking a lot, so Hunter's gonna say it. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know your spiel.
So Little Man's Big Man's is this fictional or real
Yeah, this
store.
real store.
There's parts of it that are real now. Um,
Is
anyways,
there?
I mean, yeah, the little dog stuff,
It's
stuff
not
like that.
real. We don't
But
have a
it's
food
like
truck.
it's
We
no.
will have a food truck.
Anyways, it's a fictional store that me and Hunter had came up with, where we kind of think of like weird, odd,
Wacky and
sexual,
wild
wacky
products.
items and products, or just shit that happens or is associated with this store called Little Man's. And each episode, each week, we each come up with an item or an addition to something or whatever. And it's sometimes it comes out with some pretty good shit, and sometimes it's
A kite.
mediocre. Sometimes it's kite. So yeah. Anyways,
Anyways, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
um, mine's pretty good. I've been doing a lot of talking, but
Okay,
I'll
you want?
go.
Oh, okay.
I'll go. I'll go. Okay. So I was thinking about this. Um, the thing that I want to add to Little Man's, and I didn't say this in my little, intro for it. We have like characters
Yeah.
for Little Man's, and characters have sections of shit they do. Mr. Skin, he has his own little section where he sells like
Furniture.
skin furniture, and he sells
Yeah.
other shit that we've talked about that I don't remember.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like medication, but that's not in
yeah.
his area. It's in the normal store part.
Um, Little Chunk, sells meats and
Yeah.
used to be an In and Out, then we let him kind of buy it. Little Chunk has a, food truck called Little Dogs that I got to,
Yeah.
do for a whole project of mine for my
Actually,
advanced graphic
yeah, you
design
finished
class.
that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Maybe
technically, we
we
could post that
show
as
some
our
pictures
first
of it.
post.
It does look a little different. It's not the little man, or it's not the ladies of the night style. It's
Yeah, it's got to
its own
fit
little
more.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. Anyways, we have characters, and I wanted to do a new character.
Oh, okay. The first character you've ever done?
Exactly, and I
Okay.
wanted to branch out. We got a lot of Duke characters other than Brandy. We got a lot of Duke
Yeah.
characters. I wanted a new character, and I wanted a new section of the store. So what did I think of? Obviously, what I would think of. It's a silicone molding factory. So it's a little
Was it
like
just a child worker in it? Like, what
no,
was...
no. Think of like a Build-A-Bear workshop.
But for
Build-A-Bear,
flashlights?
but for anything
Oh,
silicone molding. You
like
can
the
mold,
Clone a Willy sort of thing.
yep, everything
What
like
do you
that. Your
sit in a
asshole,
chair, have
your
it?
cock, your vagina. They just take you into a little dressing room. You get it fucking
I'm
molded. Takes
imagining it
30
like it's
minutes.
the spa places you can go to where they'll like wash
Yeah.
your feet or something. So you're just sitting beside a dude as he's getting his asshole silicone molded.
No, we got some privacy barriers. We got
I
some,
think it'd be funnier if we didn't have privacy.
we have to. We have to. It's,
All
part of
right, they're
the laws.
translucent curtains.
Yeah, they're
They're like
like
really cheap, thin curtains, so you can look
no, they're
through
like those Asian, dividers. So they're kind of like you can still see the shadows
them.
of shit through it.
Okay,
Like the clear,
the
like
paper ones.
yeah, the clear kind of, off-white ones. Um,
Oh yeah,
anyway,
they'll be
so
off white for sure. They're not cleaned or
um,
replaced.
but the area would be called the Silicone Molding Factory, and you can mold with silicone any part of your body that you would want to for a significant other, for yourself. That could be your hand, your head, your cock, your ass, your vagina, your feet, your
Your
toes, your
ear.
tongue, your ear, your labia. I was,
Getting real
your
specific.
I was trying to think. I almost said Yugoslavia, but that's yeah. So
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a word. Um, anyways, like I said, this place has a character because there
What
has
happens
to
if
be
I
somebody
just
to
wanted
run this
like a
place.
random mold of a dude's face?
They'd have to bring him in.
Okay, I'd have to have the dude. So I could bring in a homeless man to get a
Yeah.
mold of his face.
Yeah. We don't need consent forms. You just
Missing
do
teeth
it.
and all.
As long as you're paying. Hey,
As
some of the
long
best
as I'm
homeless people are
paying
the ones.
and he's sitting there.
Some of
He's
the best homeless people are the
he's
ones
high on
missing teeth.
fentanyl. He ain't moving, so
No, he ain't fucking moving. His eyes are moving. That's fucking it. But the character's name, she's a woman. I don't know
Okay.
exactly what she would fully look like, but her name is Mrs. Rash. Miss Rash. Miss
she's got
Rash.
some real bad skin issues caused by all the silicone she's
Yeah,
constantly
yeah.
exposed to.
Yeah, that's exactly why I thought of it. It applies because she doesn't.
I'm imagining this woman as like a midget
That'd be kind of funny.
or a little person.
Yeah, the LPs of the world
The
don't like
LPs
that
of the-
fucking world.
Yeah, it's too bad, right?
And she flies in on a little helicopter, a little Kobe copter. She hang glides on it like she's in Fortnite. She kind of does this little motion like she's in Fortnite. She hang glides down, and then she does whoop. I'm at work. It's Mrs. Rash.
How about she drives like one of those kids' cars that are like outrageously expensive?
The what the fuck
I don't
is that
know what
thing
they're
called? It's
called.
like little. I don't fucking remember.
I
Little
just
something.
remember always wanting them, and my parents were like, "That is way
Like the
too
red and
fucking
yellow
expensive."
ones with the eyes.
I
on the
mean,
front
they
of 'em.
had all types of cars. is
Oh
what I've
yeah,
heard.
but those were like the ones I always. I mean, I had an orange and yellow one.
I remember the only time I was ever able to get into one was a fire truck one, and we immediately
And
got
you
stuck in the
Flintstone
grass.
it. You Flintstone it?
No, these are like battery powered.
Oh, you're talking about one of those. I thought you were talking about the ones where you you move it with your feet. You know, one of those little red and yellow, like little.
For like
cars.
little children.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I like either one. I think it's fun. I think anything would be funny. She's a little hang gliding on
She's
the
gotta be
Kobe
really
copter.
small for the one you're talking about.
For the Kobe copter, no, we make her a bigger size one.
Oh,
But,
I'm
you
for
know,
that.
just for
She's always
her, yeah.
barefoot.
And she remote controls it, you know. Yeah, Mrs. Rash, she's covered in rashes. She says they're birthmarks. You know they're fucking
Oh.
not.
She's
go away and
oddly
come back.
skimpily dressed at all times.
She's the reason why I've gotten some of the rashes I've gotten, some of the fucking skin
They
infections I've
spread.
gotten. I tell you what, my fucking toes and my crotch, golly, that woman knows how to work. She knows how to work.
Getting your
but she
toes
doesn't-
silicone.
She doesn't know how to clean the bitches. That's the issue. She don't know how to clean it.
I just imagine
She's just
she's got
reusing
like
the
a
same
bikini
silicone.
on at all times for some reason, so you could just see every single rash.
She looks like a fucking cow. She looks
She's
like a
very
cow,
red
but
because of it.
Oh, she's gonna be great to design. A little person that looks
An
like
LP.
a cow. An LP that looks like a cow. Ain't that most of them? No, I'm kidding.
What the fuck
Anyways.
is that supposed to mean?
Maybe I'll say most of them look like cows.
Okay.
You know, they got I think some little people look like baby calves. They got little stubby feet, and they got little stubby little round heads.
And
know
you
what I
said
mean?
midget was insulting.
Hey, I'm insulting the attributes of their body. I'm not
Oh,
insulting
okay.
what they're
Because that's
called.
so much fucking better. Not
You know,
worse
they're
at all.
They're still humans. I'm still
You're
allowed
comparing them
make
to
fun of them.
fucking cattle. What do you mean?
Hey, I compare a lot of people to different objects of the world.
I feel like an object's less offensive as a fucking cow.
Okay, they're shaped like fucking Kiana's thumbs. How
That's
about
even
that?
worse.
You see her? Have you seen her?
I'd
thumbs?
rather
You
be
know,
compared to a cow.
people that are watching this, if you know who Kiana was from our high school, and you've seen her thumbs, you know
Stubby
what the fuck.
thumbs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she had those one thumbs where you barely see the thumbnail. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She looked like she stubbed that bitch.
I remember seeing
hard.
like it was a random celebrity, and they were just on camera, and they're like, "Yeah, I basically have no pinky toe." I'm like, why would you say that? The
Just
people around
randomly.
her are like, what the fuck?
Okay, sorry if I offended any little people. I love you.
No, no.
I put you in my
I
voter's
poach you.
registration. I put you in my,
The
in
crown
my
jewel
voter's
of my
registration
my collection.
design. Yeah, you're in my voter's registration design. A little person. So
That's
it's fine.
true. An
Yeah,
LP.
an LP, a little guy. You
You
know what I
know what?
mean?
I feel like LP would be funny enough for me to switch over.
It is. That's what I'll say. I say LP. And the only reason why I say it is because the comedian, the little person
The
comedian.
LP comedian. I
What
forget
is
his
his
name every
name?
time, but then I hear it. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking right.
It's like Bradley or something like that.
Like a
It's
B.
Brad. Yeah, it's definitely like that. I just seen a clip with
I
him.
haven't seen him
Anyways, he
lately.
was
I haven't seen many comedians lately though.
he
I've
was
seen a lot of
talking
Jimmy
about it.
Carr though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But he was talking about it, and he was like LPs, and they were like, "What the fuck is that?" And he was like,
LP.
"Little people."
Whenever I
And
think
they
of
were
him,
like,
I
"Oh
think
shit."
of the urinal joke. That's
Oh
my
yeah.
urinal.
That's my He walks in the bathroom. That's my urinal, and they're like, "This is
I
real."
that makes me think of like when you're in the handicap stall because it's just so much fucking better. And then you
Yeah,
have a wheelchair pull up outside of it.
I've never had that happen, but
Me neither. I
that
feel like
just
you
is.
stand real tall when you open that door, you know? Chest
I'm
puffed
so
out, you're real confident. You're like, hell yeah, I was in that stall.
I'm sorry to add more, but how did they get on the toilet? Do they hoist themselves
Uh,
like because nobody's ever with them? They always wheel themselves into the bathroom.
Honestly, I don't fucking know. Because sometimes you'll see like the bars for them to help. I guess they have the one bar on the side and they're like, good fucking luck, you know?
Yeah, so what? Are they supposed to be a fucking strong
Drag
ass
yourself
man all of
on.
a sudden? Just like,
Like, it makes
let me
sense if there were
fucking
bars on both sides. But, like, most of the time it's just the one fucking bar.
let me Tetris block move myself over to this fucking location.
Maybe
What
they
the
use their
fuck?
wheelchair to kind of help with the
Hoist
other
themselves up.
side. Yeah.
Yeah, but they'd have to be like the upper body strength of them would have to be incredible.
I mean, I feel like it'd be a smart thing to do anyways, just to work out your upper body at that point.
Oh yeah. It probably gets stronger over time too, just because you're not
I
using
guess
the
you
rest
are
of the
like
half of your
pushing the
body.
wheels a lot and whatnot, so.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
since we're getting high on time, we'll move on to mine.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
I'll say this
High
one's
on
my
time.
shittier one that I got here. But I was thinking, right? We have a lot of
Yeah.
expensive products, right? And you know
Yeah.
how like stores will have the powdered version, like the cheaper powdered version, like with mashed potatoes, let's say, the instant
Oh,
mashed
okay.
potatoes, the cheap
Okay.
powdered shit. Well, I thought, why not do that for lube for the poor people? Powdered lube. Just add water. You can make it as thick as you want too.
Just
Bonus.
add water.
Just
That's
add
all it
water.
says on
Yeah,
it. That's all it says on it.
it's in a Ziploc bag. The
It says powdered lube.
yeah,
Just add
in
water.
Sharpie.
That's
Powdered
fucking.
lube. Yeah.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
so you
also
could
of powdered milk, but that shit ain't that cheap.
really get that really. You
Yeah,
could
this
either
is
get it
cheap ass
really,
lube.
but you could get it really liquidy or
Yeah,
really
you can
chunky,
have some thick ass lube.
like the butter lube
Yeah.
for the mashed potato butter
Water
pussy.
based as well.
Oh yeah, I bet it tastes. I wasn't. I bet it tastes good.
Yeah. We could in the future add flavored ones. Flavored powdered
Ooh,
ones.
you gotta
So
remember
it's just
that.
like
You
the
gotta remember that.
shitty ass powdered lube.
Powdered flavored lube sounds great. There is flavored lube out there.
there is. And
Yeah,
some of the flavors makes you wonder. Yeah, I
no,
wanted to mention one of my mark the date things.
do
And
it real
as just
quick.
a quick thing, mark the dates basically like every day is a special day, like pancake day.
Yeah, or like
But
Martin Luther King Jr.
I just found this one really funny. Or I guess it wasn't that funny, but it was random. But it was Denim for Dementia Day. So you wear denim
And then
for
forget about
exactly, right?
it.
Denim for your dementia people. You put denim on the dementia patients.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Who the fuck put this on me? Who the fuck am I?"
Why do I got a denim jacket on? I'm in a nursing home.
My cane better be denim. My medicine better be denim.
The
I better be
denim
made out of
cane.
denim.
I've seen denim canes.
Really?
Like I
That
think
sounds
it's
stupid.
like it's got a coating on it, so it's not getting like dirty, but it's like denim underneath.
When I was in New York, I almost bought a denim hat, and I was like, "That looks stupid as fuck." Never
You'd
mind.
look so much like a hick.
It looks so dumb. So I wasn't doing that.
Is it like the standard hat or like the wider ones?
It was like this, but just denim.
Okay.
It looked dumb.
Yeah.
It looked really dumb. I was like, yeah, I don't know why I
Is
thought
it
about
just
getting
plain
that.
denim?
Yeah, like it looked like
Oh,
if you took your jeans and just sewed it to this
no
hat.
design, just denim.
It was just denim.
Yeah, why the
There was
fuck would
not
you buy that?
there was no like type on it. There was no like logo, nothing. It
That's
was just denim.
why.
Yeah, I ended up getting a hat from the Met, and I ended up getting a hat. I bought
Was it
a
just like a Met branded hat?
yeah, it just says the Met.
Why didn't you wear that
Um,
for this episode?
because I wore this hat today. I'm wearing a gray shirt. You can't see it, but gray pants. So I got the gray hat on.
Hmm.
I tend to try to match my hats with shit. That hat though is white and it says the Met and it's in red. And then the other hat that I got, it's a navy blue Rolling Stones hat, but
Oh,
it's New York themed. So like the Rolling Stones like logo, like the tongue
yeah.
sticking out. It has a little like American flag like hat on it, and it says like like NYC. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I was like, I should get that, so I did, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll end her there.
What a
Uh,
great episode. Woo.
socials, Carson.
Oh yeah. Don't forget to check out our Instagram, our Facebook, our TikTok since it's not banned,
Yeah.
our Spotify, and our Twitter. Um, Also, just go ahead and follow all that and subscribe and
Yep.
we don't post that often on those things, but when we do,
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
good. And the last one was the Shane Dawson one.
which was pretty fucking funny. So
Yeah.
like, you just gotta,
That was
you
my
know,
personally edited one.
we're not the best at getting the clips out and stuff like
The
that,
clips are
but
such a pain. That's
when they
why.
come out, they're fucking funny because
Yeah,
we're
they're
funny.
good.
We're funny. We're
Yeah,
funny looking. We're funny talking. You know what I mean? We're funny.
we're
We're funny.
funny.
So, sometimes your parents are disappointed in you, and sometimes they aren't,
Yeah,
and we're
if
the first one.
your parents are disappointed in you, so you want to see people that are disappointments that are worse than you.
Exactly, and that's not us. So
No,
just
that
look in the
is
mirror.
us. That
Oh,
is
shit.
us.
Okay.
We're low bar. We're
But yeah, check out the social medias if you want to know when the episodes come out of Spotify because I'm slow with the shit and I'm never caught up with it. Follow the Facebook, follow the Twitter. Notifications get posted on there. Or, maybe just follow us on the Spotify and it'll tell you on there. Boom, there you go.
Exactly. All right,
Awesome.
then. Thanks for watching. I'll say it again. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep.
And good night.
Goodbye.